Hi guys, and welcome to the Watchtower. I am your host DK. Today we're going to be answering the question that absolutely nobody asked. Who's better, James Bond or the Hulk? That's right, we're looking at two Rolex Submariner Homages by Loreo. Why Loreo again? Well guys, it's easy. They're cheap, they're cheerful, and they're Chinese. That's in my wheelhouse. I promise the next video will not be a Loreo video. But until then, let's get into it. So guys, just a quick bit of history. The reason I'm calling the black Submariner Homage the Bond is because you can see the black Submariner by Rolex here on Timothy Dalton's wrist in the License to Kill. And again at the bottom of the screen here you can see Roger Moore sporting a very similar looking watch, and most famously worn by Sean Connery and Dr. No, seen here on a green and black nail strap, which is the true Bond colours, but cameras in those days picked up the green and black as grey and black. Time for the unboxing here. Full disclosure, for the green one you're about to see, I actually bought this about a year ago from a different seller, and it just arrived in a bubble wrap jiffy bag, so nothing special. So this is just for illustrative purposes. Inside, if you were to buy from Loreo, again you'll get the same blank unsigned warranty card, which you'll never use because it would cost as much to send the watch back as it would to repair. And also you get these little MSRP stickers and this little heart tag. Again, we don't care about that. What we care about is this Hulk Submariner Homage that we're looking at today. So let's get it off the cushion. So this is this lovely all green aluminium bezel insert and green sunburst style. So this watch is 40mm in diameter across the face. It's 44.5 though if you include the crown. It is a 20mm bracelet with high polished center links and brushed outer, 47mm lug to lug, and on my wrist it's 142 grams with 3 links removed. It's 12.5mm thick off the wrist. So that's that one. Let's now take a look at the Bond, the black one on the NATO strap. So this is a flat black dial, no sunburst effect at all on this one. You'll see here it doesn't really play with the light as much. It is actually 93 grams, so quite light, and it's 15mm thick off the wrist. So this strap is aftermarket. It came on the same bracelet as the other one. I just preferred it on the NATO strap, so I've put it onto that one. So covering both watches is actually a piece of dead flat sapphire glass, which is shatter resistant. It's got a little cyclops there at the 3. It's mineral crystal though, so that will scratch up more than sapphire. On the back you've got an exhibition Caseback, that's sapphire glass as well, and it's just proclaiming all stainless steel construction, which is 316L stainless steel. It is an automatic watch with sapphire glass, and it's water resistant to 20 ATM, which is 200 meters. Inside you can see the Loreo signed rotor. This is a Seagull ST16, so it hacks, it hand winds, it beats at 21,600 beats per hour, which is 6 ticks of the second hand per second. So here's some macro shots for you guys. You can see the dial here. This is a flat black dial, no sunburst at all. Cyclops at the 3 o'clock, 1.5 times magnification. Just simple Mercedes hands. You can see the writing at the bottom there, 200 meters, superlative chronometer, officially certified. Again, I don't know by whom. Just get rid of a little piece of dirt there. And nothing to write home about on this one really. It's a flat black dial. It's nicely finished. It's nothing spectacular though, but wait till you see the green one. Now guys, look at this. Look at this beautiful deep green we've got here. Green aluminium bezel insert, same cyclops there, same Mercedes hands, but that sunburst is in full effect. I just think this is gorgeous. I think it's one of my favourite watches I actually own at the moment. It just plays with the light beautifully, and it's a real light catcher when it's out in the sun. Here is the green one guys on my wrist. It's that sunburst dial playing in there nicely in the light. So it's 142 grams, as I said, with 3 links removed on my almost 7-inch wrist. It's a signed clasp. It's just a 3-piece pusher clasp, nothing spectacular at all. Comes up about 12.5mm off my wrist, so it's nice and compact. Bezel is a 90-click bezel, so it should line up mostly with the indices there. Nice smooth action, nothing spectacular, but look, it does the job perfectly. Very little play on that one. And it's just nice and easy to operate. Get it back to the 12 o'clock there to line up with that triangular indice at the top. And here is the Bond on the NATO strap. So you can see there that flat black dial not giving you anything. No AR coating on either of these on that aftermarket €3 NATO strap. Comes up a bit thicker because of that NATO. It's coming up to me for about, let me just see there. I believe we've got a 15mm thick on that. So it's just coming off that wrist a little bit more. So guys, I decided I'd pop in a Lume Shot for you so you can see what these watches look like under low light conditions. So they've gotten a bit of natural light just from being sat on a windowsill for a bit, and then I've given them a blast of my phone light just to give them an extra top up. They got about a minute of the phone light and maybe about 20 minutes of just natural light at probably about 8 o'clock this evening, just sitting in front of the windowsill. In terms of the Luminova, it's C3 Super Luminova. It's not fantastic, but to be honest, it's coming a lot better to the naked eye than it is on the camera. I actually wore the black one to bed and woke up about 2 hours later and I could still read it. But as you can see on the camera, the green one is picking up much better. Now I fast forwarded this, so it's about 5 minutes of video, but 15 minutes later, you could still actually read both of these watches quite well. There was no real issues with picking it out. More on the indices than on the hands, which is a shame, but look, it is what it is. So guys, we're going to do the shared likes on these ones for a start. So they're both, they're both the same watch, just in different color variants. First thing I like is this signed crown on both of these with the Loreo L. You don't get that on some watches that are 5 times this price, which is crazy. Second thing I like is that this is a screw down crown, so you get that water resistance. It hand winds at the first setting. Second setting changes that date, the Cyclops at 3. And the third setting stops the second hand, so you can hack it and it will set exactly to the time that you want to set it down to the second. You screw that back down. Another thing I really like about this is the fact that you get this exhibition case back, and this seems to be on all of the Loreos that I've picked up. Look, the Seagull ST16 isn't the best looking movement in the world, but it's pretty good. You got a signed Loreo rotor there turning. You can see the balance wheel just moving the second hand. It's not bad. I've certainly seen worse movements. However, I will say there is one big dislike with the black one, which I'll go into in a second. The green one, it's actually not really the watch, it's the bracelet. This 3-piece pusher clasp is fine, it does the job. It's got a signed, safety clasp over the top. But it would just be so much nicer if it had that fold over machine clasp. It would just look that little bit more expensive. However, this black one has a serious issue with the bezel. You can hear this green one. Nice and easy. No horrible sound off that. Very little play. And lines up pretty nicely with the indices there. As I say, very little play on that one. And then we get to this one. Look at that. That's about a second to a second and a half of play. That's terrible. And that sound. Oh, there's sand or grit in the bezel. It's unpleasant. There's a lot of play. It takes some winding past it to actually get it to line up. It's just bad. So guys, I guess it's time for my final thoughts and to tell you whether I think you should pick up these watches. Also how much I paid for them and how much I think you guys should be paying for them. So I can recommend the watches, definitely. I really enjoyed the green one, as I've said in the review. The black one came with that production issue with the bezel, unfortunately. So I think that's something to learn from as well, the fact that these Chinese companies, they're giving you a lot of watch. So you're getting a watch that hacks, hand winds, has an automatic movement. It's pretty much an exact replica of the Rolex Submariner that it's homaging. It's a 40mm watch. It has a stainless steel construction all the way around. You get that 200 meters water resistance. You get the automatic movement, hacking, hand winding, as I said, and a date complication with a Cyclops. It's a great homage. The issue is with these Chinese companies is that you're getting a watch at such a little price that something has to give. And unfortunately, in this case, it was 3E quality control on the production line. That black one came out with a fairly significant bezel issue. Now, thankfully, I did get the money back from the seller, but unfortunately, I can't recommend that seller or the previous seller I bought the green Loreo from. The reason for the green Loreo being, I actually had a quick look. I found that seller again on AliExpress. and they are charging about 120 euros for that watch, which is nowhere near what I paid for it and nowhere near what the watch is worth either. Likewise, the black one, the price is great, but they sent me a watch with a production fault, and I just can't give that person a recommendation based on that. To me, they should have just had a quick look at it, taken it out, checked it. They would have known not to send it to me. So in terms of how much I paid for those watches, I paid 50 euros a piece for them. So I'm not sure what the equivalent is in US dollars and sterling. If I had to guess, it'd be about 47, 48 pound mark, and dollars would be give or take $55. I would not be paying any more than the equivalent of 60 euros anywhere for these watches because of the fact that there are so many sellers selling these watches. Also, I'd be waiting to get them on sale. AliExpress has a sale every 2 to 3 months, definitely every quarter, and that's really when I pick up a lot of my stuff. So guys, that's my review and that's my recommendation on those, which is basically, look, they're a good watch, but wait to get them on sale for the right price. My next review is definitely going to be something interesting. It 100%, as I promised, hand on heart, will not be another Loreo, I swear to you guys. But it will be something possibly Chinese. I've got two Pagani designs, actually three Pagani designs. I bought one today as well. And it's going to be really interesting because it's either going to be a Submariner Homage, a Daytona Homage, or a Tag Heuer Homage. So we've got something really interesting coming down the line. And I've also got some strap options for those as well. So it'll be really interesting to see how they look on the stainless steel or how they look on, a leather strap. So guys, that's been the review, and that's what's coming up in the next week or two. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe the video. Let me know if there's anything you want to see me do in the next ones. Until then, I've been your host DK. This has been the Watchtower. I'll see you guys soon.